And what about you?
I'm also pretty well, ma'am. Thanks for asking. That's really nice, ma'am. Wonderful of your introduction. Okay, so ma'am, let me tell you my introduction as well. Okay, so as you know, ma'am, my name is Babita Prajapati. I'm talking to you from Gorakhpur. About my education, I have done graduation with English. I did PG, I did BA, and I have also qualified CTET, UTET. And apart from that, I'm a homemaker. Simultaneously, I'm running YouTube channel. If I talk about my hobbies, then I love singing, yoga. Yeah, ma'am, that's all about me.
Yeah, that's great. So, Bhavita, I have few questions for you regarding English because I have started a series for those people who are just thinking about learning English, but somewhere, somehow, they are not able to start their journey because sometimes lame excuses and sometimes procrastination or maybe uh, grammar could be a daunting task for them. So, my question is that when did you think about learning English and how did you start your journey?
Okay, ma'am. So if I talk about my journey, so my journey was really very difficult because I was unable to understand anything regarding English. You know, ma'am, when I was starting my journey, that time I was not able to speak even one word in English. But yes, you know, ma'am, if you decided by yourself to learn something new, to learn any kind of language, that time it's not like you can't learn. You can learn because of your passion, because of your courage. That time I was thinking a lot. I used to think I wish I could speak in English, but there was no any kind of such environment related to English. But yes, it there was going on a lot of thinking in my mind, uh, like I have to learn this language at any cost, right? So I started my journey before for 11 months ago. Right now, okay. So that time I was unable to understand anything, and I didn't want to talk with the people, even audio call or video call. It doesn't matter, but I didn't want to talk because of my some lack of confidence. I hadn't confidence inside me, right? So, but there was going on something to do for myself, right? So I started my journey with listening. Okay, so when I was like in initial days, that time I used to listen a lot, like conversational video, any English content related to this language. So I used to listen when I was busy in the kitchen. Most of the time, like women busy in the kitchen. So this is happening with me. This was happening with me, and that time I was listening a lot. So because of listening, I'm able to speak now. And along with, I used to speak. You know, if you are listening, but if you are not speaking, okay, so that
Yeah,
thing is not going to work for you. So you have to do two things like listening and speaking. If you are doing both, then it is going to help you a lot. And listen, like related to English content, whatever you are listening, listen it attentively according to your choice. There is a lot of video available on YouTube channel. So you can't feel like I'm not able to learn. And people think like, always think like I have to learn, I have to speak. But they don't want to speak, they don't want to watch a lot of video. But if you once you start your English journey, listening, speaking, reading, writing, so it is going to help you a lot, and sooner or later you will be success in this language. There is no doubt. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, that's true. And you spoke very well, Bhavita. And in your initial stage, what did you think that firstly you have to learn grammar or you have to learn short sentences, or in your initial stage you listen to more that okay, you should be accustomed for these sentences or these language. How did you start uh, your English journey with?
When
Yeah,
I was initial day, that time I didn't go grammar first because I think if you go grammar first, that time it is not going to like helping you. It is not your cup of tea because there is a lot of sentence structure related to grammar. So, if first thing is that I think if you want to really speak in English, so first thing is that you have to listen. Okay, whatever you are listening. listening, listen it attentively, and start your speaking journey in a very simple and short sentences, right? There is many language, there is many sentence structure are available, like I go, I play, I eat. Okay, so this is present indefinite tense. So in this way you can start, and also you can start, like if any person is doing any work in your house, in your home, that time you can also think about that person, like, oh, my mother is making tea for my family member, my sister is washing clothes, I am going to talk with my friends. So this kind of thinking you can also do in your daily routine. So if you are doing all those things, so definitely you are going to fluent in English, there is no doubt. The first thing is that you have to start like basic sentences. There is many sentences available. So start your speaking journey and listening journey as well. And if possible for learners, they can also start like reading, writing. So
Yeah, it's important.
yeah, ma'am. I
Yeah,
follow many
continue.
techniques. I follow many techniques like mirror technique and think in English, talk to myself, read book, and mostly I would like to prefer kids book, because my elder one is studying in sixth standard. So this kind of book I read every day. So reading is really very helpful for me and for every person. If you are reading, it really you can't realize, it will help you a lot, because your pronunciation, you can find a lot of sentence structure, vocab, right, and English content as well. So reading is also very important in this language.
Yeah, that's great. And you told true words about reading, listening, and the thing is that if you have that zeal, that I want to learn this language, so nowadays there is nothing that can stop you, because there are
Yes,
so many platforms you can listen, you can watch, and you can at least mimic them. At least you can start with, as you told me about present indefinite. So definitely they can start with present indefinite, at least with I come, I go, I play, I eat, I drink. So apart from that, our uh, verbs. Verbs are important while we are learning English as a beginner. So we have need for verbs as well. So like if you have sufficient verbs in your bucket, so definitely you can speak on daily basis. Like today my routine, what is my routine, so you have to use verbs as well. And like apart from that you can use short sentences for your daily routines, you can learn from there. And after that you can think about grammar, and definitely gradually you will learn grammar, how to speak in a proper way, and pronunciation and vocabulary as well. So okay, so tell me about your vocabulary. How do you improve your vocabulary, and how do you use your vocabulary in your communication skills?
actually, ma'am, I'm not good in vocabulary, because, but yes, I try to learn every day two vocab, and I try to use that vocab in my day, okay, in like entire day, so that I can inculcate in my head, right? So in
Yeah.
this way, I try to learn, and I'm very big regarding the vocabulary. But yes, I'm trying to learn all those things, because ma'am, having like in spite of busy schedule, it is not my cup of tea. But yet, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to talk with the people so that I can also move ahead in my life. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are doing well. You are doing a great job. That the we are women. We have lots of work. Along with kids, we are doing this. So this is the best thing, that we are inspiring others,
Yes,
that they can also do at least me time. We can use our me time whenever we are free, so we can use it and we can converse the people. So in this way we can learn a lot. So this is not
yes,
a daunting task, I can say that we can't vacant time for ourselves, then definitely we can do it. So,
yes.
Bhavita, this was the best conversation with you, and you told me about your story, that how did you start, and how do you learn vocabulary? Because vocabulary, if you have one word good, so you can use synonyms of good, gorgeous, elegant, amiable. So many words are there. So at least two words you can learn. So in
Yes.
this way, you can learn vocabulary as well. So first thing is that, or first task is that you have to speak. Practice as much as you can, and consistency is the key of success. So in the end of the session, I just want to ask you that if you want to give any final tip to our co-learners who are just thinking about learning or speaking English, so you can.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely. I would like to recommend for all the learners, like if you really want to do uh, like something big in your life, and if you really want to speak in English, then you have to make time for yourself, right? First thing is that you have to make time for yourself, and in that time, you have to try to talk in English and try to practice in English, because without practice, without consistent, and without determination, it is not possible for anybody. They can fluent in English only in one day, because it will take time. So you should have some patience, and after doing this, you will realize, like after a few days, you improved a lot, right? So first thing is that listening is very important. Listen as much as you can, and whatever you are listening, listen it attentively related to English, right? And along with, you have to speak, right? Because without speaking, it is not possible for everyone. They can speak in English. So you have to do things like listening and speaking, and along with, if possible for the learners, they can also read any English book. So these are things, tips I want to recommend them. If possible, then they can do, and they can easily speak in English. There is no doubt. Because
Yeah,
I did.
definitely. If they
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you are the example. I am also an example in front of those people because I also learned. I have also learned this language. So this is not a daunting task, or we can say that a rocket science that we can't speak. We can. So
Yes.
another of those things like, and if you will think that okay, one day I will speak and I will be fluent. No, this is a long journey. Every day you will learn and you will improve yourself. So keep up practicing and don't be give lame excuses to yourself that I don't have time, I don't have a partner. So nowadays the lame excuses are not working properly. So yeah, that's great conversation with you, Babita. Nice to talk to you, and thank you for giving your valuable time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for my side, because you are a very, I think you are a teacher, right?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. So thank you so
bye.
much for giving me your precious time as well, ma'am. Because I need